Greetings everybody, and welcome to this week's edition of the Weekly Challenges Guide. Now, for those of you who are new to this series, the Weekly Challenges are a set of 5 races that usually go live Thursday night, Friday morning, depending on where you are. And these races consist of 4 that can usually already be found in the game, with a 5th one that's usually curated specifically for that week. And the purpose of these guides is to basically give you an overview as to what these races offer, whether that's tire wear, whether that's fuel usage, specific drivetrains. So let's get into it. Let's kick things off here with the American FR Challenge 550, a 3-lap race around Blue Moon Bay Speedway. So this is the oval. And for this race you will need a road car from the United States and an FR layout. And here are the examples that you can see right there to give you a better idea. So for this, I'm just going to bring back out my trusty Corvette here that I've already tuned up. It's got plenty of power, so for me, that will do just fine. Now, you don't have to tune something up to this degree. For me, it's just right there in reach, so that's what I'm using for this example. And not really many tips for this. So 4th gear into turn 1 and turn 3, I found this gear to be pretty useful for both, as you can still get through the corners and still carry enough speed on exit. And this being an oval, speed is very important, especially in how you exit these corners and carry that speed. And beware of the AI through turns 1 and 3. They tend to crowd up and sometimes will slide up a lane as well. So if you're one of those that likes using the high line, beware. So for the next portion, we go to the Japanese 4-wheel drive Challenge 600. This is a 2-lap race around the Kyoto Driving Park, Yamagiwa. And for this race, you will need a road car, professionally tuned, from Japan, and with a 4-wheel drive. There's the example seen here. And for this, I'm going to bring back out my Mitsubishi Lancer here that I've already tuned. This usually pretty much is my go-to for these 4-wheel drive races there, since I've got a spectacular little tune from the Group 4 car. Now again, you don't have to do it to this degree, and the performance points is just a recommendation. And as for the tips here, 3rd gear through turn 1, hug that curve. It will help you turn through there. 4th gear through the S's, just so you can have enough speed to make it through these corners without washing up or understeering. 4th gear through turn 6, again, hug that curve. You will turn more easily. 3rd gear through turns 8, 9, and 10. Hit those curves. Those will help you a lot. And beware the AI through the S's and 8 through 10, as well as 13 through 14. They pack up quite densely, so beware of that. Next, the Neo Classic Competition. This is one of 2 10-lap races, but this one takes place at Fuji International Speedway. And it features 10 times fuel use, 8 times tire wear. And there are all the tires available for use. Car has to be 800 performance points or less, and it has to be from the years 1980 to 1999. So a car from between that time period. Obviously you see the penalty there. And the car I'm going to use is one that I had originally completed this with, and that's the Jaguar XJR9. And the tips I want to give here: have intermediate or wet tires ready just in case. Rain is very possible. It's always happened when I've done it, so just let you know. Short shift, burn as little fuel as possible. One stop is actually doable here depending on the conditions, so keep an eye out on that. And speaking of which, keep an eye on the weather radar to better anticipate those conditions, because you may have a full wet race and you may not. And beware of the AI in their various turns, especially in the wet at 130R. They slow down heavily. Next, World Touring Car 800, the second of 2 10-lap races, this one at Dragon Trail Seaside Reverse. And this features 9 times fuel use and 8 times tire wear. And again, there's all the tires you can use there. Again, 800 performance points or less. And as you see, it's usually Group 3 cars there, but you don't have to use them, as I am about to demonstrate with the Mercedes CLK LM, a car that you do not have to do any adjustments to get underneath it, as I've just shown there. So racing mediums recommended. Again, perfect tire for this amount of race distance and tire wear. Fourth gear through the chicane of death. I found this helps very much. You're not going to crash if you do it just right. Second gear for turn 6, wide entry into the first half, the better quarter for the second half. Fourth gear for 8 through 10, be careful with the throttle. And beware of the AI through turns 8 through 10, as well as the others. They crowd up quite a bit and will block you quite often. And finally, for the special event, the BMW Z4 one make. So another race featuring a car from the latest update. Number of laps is 4. And this will take place at Tokyo Expressway South Clockwise. And the car, well, what else? The BMW Z4. So, not really much in terms of car choice there, that's pretty much all you got. Now you can tune it up quite a bit, or you don't have to. Your choice, really. So as far as tips of the race, third gear for turn 1 and then hold it through 2, 3, and 4. Very tight, but also very quick. So you want to balance that throttle through those sections there. Gentle brief lift through the tunnel. There will be a part where it gets tight and it'll get a little light there. So you want to be gentle. Third gear through turn 8. It'll really turn through that corner there. And second gear for the chicane. Be careful how you hit the curves because it will send you out. And beware the AI through turns 1 through 4 as well as the chicane. Again, they crowd up quite a bit in those sections. So that's it for this week. I hope you enjoy this video there, whether you've just returned to the game or whether you've just woke up to these challenges. If you enjoyed the video, give it a like, and if you want to see more of these, subscribe, as I make these every single week. So that's it for this one. I will see you guys in the next video.